Good morning, everyone. It is about 11:40 a.m. here in Ohio, and it's 27 degrees here. It's kind of rain, snow falling, so it's kind of chilly. I have my thermostat on 73, and Jackson's laying right in front of the heater again, and Gemma's in front of the heater out here in the kitchen with me. And Chibs is peeking around the corner. But anyways, I'm going to try my hand at black bean brownies. So if you're new here, please consider to hit that subscribe button and maybe leave me a thumbs up and share this video out. Supposedly, this black bean recipe is very, very tasty. Now, I got this from Mountain Grandma. If you don't know Mountain Grandma, you must be living under a rock. But she's awesome. You can learn anything and everything from her. So salute. Let's get started on this recipe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And another thing. Big shout out to a channel member of mine, The Scrap Dog Show. He's live right now. They have a blizzard in Wisconsin. So if you want, go over and check him out. Thank you, Frank. The Scrap Dog Show. He's live every day of the year, unless of emergencies or something like that. He comes on at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, you know, just to where you live. But anyways, let's get started. Now it calls for a 9x9 well-greased pan. I don't have one, so I'm using this cake pan. And you can see there's a little bit of oil in here already because I had gotten my stuff together for the video, and I used the spoon I left to sit up in there, you know, to I thought I was all ready for this video. I let the spoon set in there to drip off. So we're going to well grease this, just like the recipe says. That ain't working. I should have got my pastry brush, and I didn't. So we're using the good old Lord hand tools, as you can see. Thank you for tuning in and watching this. I have never in my life had a black bean brownie, but we're going to give her a try, that's for sure. All right, let me wash my hand real quick. All righty then. So, supposedly this is very, very tasty. So I greased it already. Now, she didn't say this in her video, but I've always dusted my pans with flour and whatnot, you know, when you're doing a cake. So I have emptied my cocoa tin, so I just put that in there, and I don't want to waste it. Where can I lay that? Over here. All right, so see that? And I'm just going to dust this around the pan over my sink, because I'm not sure, but there it is, my well-greased pan. We're going to set that aside. Now, as you can see, I have my food processor out here. And you're supposed to open the black beans, pour them in a strainer, and rinse them very, very well, which I have done. Okay, got this in there. And you are supposed to puree them up, smash them up, grind them up, choke them up. We're going to let that run a little bit, saute. Now, in here, I have 3 tablespoons of oil. Now, Mountain Grandma used coconut oil. I do not have coconut oil, so I'm using regular vegetable oil. I'm sorry, it's canola oil. I'm using regular granola oil. Okay, and to this oil, we're going to add chocolate chips or cocoa nips or cacao. She used half and half, a half a cup. Now I'm only going to put about half of this in here right now, and we're going to take it over to the microwave. Come on over. Hey, let me ask you a question. How many of you save your eggshells to grind up and use them in your garden beds this spring? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so we're going to put this in the microwave, and we're going to watch it very, very closely. She did hers in a little pan on the stove. It's already been a few seconds. I don't see it melting yet. It's been in there 15 seconds. Oh, do it the rest of the way. I know my videos sometimes don't make sense to a lot of people, but you know, it is what it is. All right. It is very hot. I can feel it. We're going to add the rest of this cocoa chips to that. And we're going to give that a little stir, and it will melt. So I'm going to put you back up here in the holster. It takes me a minute to get it figured out because, you know, I'm an amateur photographer. All right, we're going to give this a little, oh yeah, it's going to melt nicely. Now the chocolate I'm using is miniatures, Hershey miniatures. I just put them on my chopping board and diced them up a little bit because I knew they were going to get melted. And that's that. Okay, so black beans are in here. And to this, we are going to add 3 eggs. Okay. Half a cup of brown sugar. Can you see okay? Half a cup of brown sugar. I love brown sugar, honestly. I like dark meat. And a teaspoon of vanilla. Might be a pinch over. And to this mixture, we have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. So this is going in here. Okay, and we're going to mix this very, very, very well. See how that's mixing up? We're going to open this up. I'm going to take my handy dandy rubber spatula and go around the edges. To give my thing a shake. Okay. Then we are going to add our oil and chocolate. Got it all mixed up here real nice. Look at that. Hershey's. That's my chocolate for in here. Might as well scrape down the sides here while we got the spoon in there. There we go. And where's my spatula. Scrape the bowl out in there. We don't want no chocolate left behind. All right, we got our chocolate in there. I used all that. It says blend it again. Now it's going to give me a hassle-dassle. Oh, and one more thing we have to add. I have 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. We're going to add that to that. I'm going to use this little handy-dandy spoon to, oh, there it went on the counter. I knew that was going to happen. Let's take that off. Now, Mountain Grandma also added some pitted and diced up figs to hers. I do not like figs. I thought about adding raisins to it, but I don't know if that would change the taste, you know. I don't know. I've never made black bean brownies. So we're going to give this a try. All right. That's it. We got our melted chocolate chips, black beans, rinsed and drained, blended well, 3 eggs, half a cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, and 2/3 cup of coconut. My oven's preset to 350. We greased the pan well, and we're going to bake this approximately 30 minutes. Now, Mountain Grandma lives in the mountains, so, you know, ovens vary, all that, and this and that, but they should come out fine. My guess would be 30 to 35 minutes, maybe. So we're going to see. We're going to get us one more blend. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, it changed the texture and everything. I'm going to give you a peek down in there. Let's see if you can see it. Ready? Alright. Let me set you back in here. You guys like it when I take you for rides like that? There's my finger. See my finger? See my thumb? Don't forget the thumb. Alright, let's see what this looks like. It's kind of a thick consistency. Now, Mountain Grandma tasted hers. I'm going to let it blend one more time. And then we're going to pour it in a pan. And it's going to, I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes. And then we'll check it. I got to taste it. Oh my gosh. It tastes just like a brownie batter, honestly. Oh, I can't wait till these are done so we can taste it. Here we go. Okay, set that aside, grab our pan. Remember, we greased it well, and I dusted it with cocoa. That's why it looks that way. Take this out. Now, after this is done baking, I will, you know, show you the finished product. But I'm not going to be on it, you know, the whole time while it's baking, you know, because YouTube says you can only capture a person's attention for about 3 minutes, and they're swiping away. But I would appreciate it if you swipe that share button and swipe that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Have you ever made black bean brownies? Let me know. And the eggshells. Do you save eggshells, banana peels, you know, stuff like that? Dry them out, grind them up for your soil. when you're planning. I do. I save my coffee grounds, I dry them out, and now's the time of year I've started. And then by spring, I have dried coffee grounds and stuff to add to my soil to help amend and put nutrients and stuff back in your soil. This year I'm planting some cherry tomato plants as always. They do the best for me. And I'm going to do a couple regular Roma tomato plants. And then, of course, you know, I got to grow my herbs. All right, let me rinse my finger. I'm kind of excited. I can't wait for these to come out of the oven. Wait, let me clean the pan up just a hair. All right, so there it is, folks. Like I said, I'm going to put these in the oven. You really cannot see the beans. Oh, by the way, I saved a little bit of crumbage for the top edge. We're going to go like this. Now, you could add walnuts to this if you want, I guess. I don't know about pecans. Usually people put walnuts. But this is Hershey bars chopped up. I saved just enough. All right. Stay tuned. I'll see you when they come out of the oven. So see, you can see we have 3 minutes. Here's my eggshells. I washed them, and oh, it smells so good, and they smell just like brownies. I'm gonna pour out and check her out here. Oh yeah, definitely gotta bake her a little more. Yep, definitely a little more. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I'm very sorry, but I lost video of me slicing these brownies and putting them on the tray. But look, it is almost 5:30 p.m. here. That's Chibs leaving, Jackson, of course, and Gemma. They know it's about dinner time. But here are the brownies. I know I wished I could have showed you the tray before I cut them, but as you can see, they are very tasty. I would definitely recommend giving these a try if you have black beans and you want to use them up. Now, they're not as sweet as I would like them. Next time I might add some maybe some syrup or powdered sugar to the recipe, but they're tasty. In the refrigerator, I have a can of icing opened, so I put a little icing on the one that I had earlier with my coffee. So, listen, I thank each and every one of you for watching, and sorry the video is longer than what I normally post, but hey, when you're making a recipe, that's what happens. So I thank you for watching, and please hit the thumbs up button for me, share this video out, and leave me a comment. Thank you.